Yeah, I know what you're thinking. You can get a job in the Middle East simply by trying or by magic, through others or by fluke. Remember that competition is everywhere. Some here, some there, but bam! Loy Machedo is the best.
All right, in this video, I'm going to share with you more or less the kind of chaos that is taking place in some of my WhatsApp groups and the observations that I've had, especially with this Israel-Palestine conflict, and how emotions are running high and how people are losing perspective of things. Okay, so watch this video and let me know your thoughts. In case you're new to my channel, my name is Loy Machedo. I'm a personal branding strategist. I help people get well-paying jobs in Dubai, and in the Middle East, Saudi, Qatar, Bahrain, Oman. People also book my services for coaching, consulting, for personal or professional challenges, or even if they plan to migrate because I have contacts in other countries. Okay, details are put down below. All right. So now, by now, almost all of you are aware of my WhatsApp groups, multiple groups. And right now, the trending topic is Israel and Palestine. Okay, before it was Russia and Ukraine, and before that it was COVID. So every single update, every single video, every single YouTube link, every single article is Israel, Palestine, Hamas, IDF, there's that, number of people who died, number of women, the atrocities of war, women getting raped, children getting killed, men and women suffering, and families suffering. On the Israeli front, you have graphic details of, okay, so many children were beheaded. I just read it from BBC or somewhere. And then you have interviews being taken for people who support Palestine and say, see, we have suffered all these years. Nobody gave us any coverage. This, what is happening now, has been happening to us for years and years. So, we are not endorsing this, but, what do you want us to do? Like, you're not letting us live. And I did watch a documentary from Vox, which I'll put the link below. Without a doubt, one of the most logical documentaries I've ever seen about Israel and Palestine, how Israel came to be. Very interesting, very, very interesting. Please watch that video. It is the link I'll put down right at the top. Maybe I'll pin my comments. Vox video on how Israel was formed. And this goes back to before World War I and how Israel came to be thanks to the Western support and the Jews and okay, whatever. Historically, this is how they were formed and why the chaos is there where it is there today. Okay, so you hear both sides of the story. Now, I'll be transparent with you. Neither am I an expert on Israel-Palestine issue. I'm not an expert. I don't know if you are. Neither have I been to Israel, neither have I been to Palestine. Neither have I seen with my own eyes what is happening in Israel, neither have I seen with my own eyes what is happening in Palestine. But I do know one thing, war is very ugly. And when people come together for a cause, like soldiers, where it is either kill or be killed, things get pretty ugly pretty fast. I mean, you just need to see the documentaries of Guantanamo Bay where nice people, good human beings, who were enlisted as soldiers, and when they were kept behind these four walls with no cameras, nothing, and no accountability, how they came together and the torturous procedures that they applied were absolutely inhuman. absolutely inhuman in order to get the information, from tying people to running dogs on them to making them naked to making them do sexual acts. Um, there are a couple of documentaries with regards to that. And these are genuinely good people. Huh? But when they came together as a group and they were given a free hand by the people at the top, they did the most despicable things possible. And if you are a student of psychology, you would know that once you're in a group and you're kept away from society or from people, from civilization, and you're given instructions to do whatever sadistic or evil stuff, that very soon it becomes very normal to you. Okay, you view this person no longer as a human being but someone who's evil. uh, Most of these movies that speak about killing bin Laden, they show you the torture scenes. I've seen some of them. I can't get the name now. One of the movies was the guy who starred in Terminator Genesis. He's acting in that. It's about killing bin Laden. I can't get the name. If you get the name, just put it down below. So it's some of the good war movies. So the point I'm trying to say is, during war, decent human beings, because of the kill or be killed, and because of what they see with their eyes, they become savages, they become animals where they don't spare anyone. And given the fact that you're in war and you're alone, and I want you to see some of the war movies like Jarhead. I think it's Jarhead. Some very realistic. Let me just search 1 second. I'll go to Google. Realistic war movies. Okay, I'll give you. Here are some of the good names. One is Saving Private Ryan. Watch it. Black Hawk Down, slightly dramatic. Full Metal Jacket, must watch. It's a must watch. Okay, that is. I don't know why I can't see any other movies, war movies. Let me give you some other war movies because I've seen quite a number of them. Maybe I'll get the name. Okay, war movies. I'm getting a full list, man. Okay, there are too many war movies. World War II. Okay, so the Unbroken is another movie which really will make you like, oh goodness, they can really be so savage, So there are these movies, when you see them, you really begin to wonder, like, and can someone be such a savage? Okay, let's say war movies like Jarhead. Let me see, like Jarhead. Okay, Jarhead is another crazy movie. Huh? I'll tell you this. I want you to watch it. I want you to watch it, and you'll get to know very quickly why I'm telling you to watch it. So these are the not so romantic movies, especially Full Metal Jacket. Very cold, very cold. You'll begin to think that, how can you do this, man? How can you do half the things which are like, this movie is a little extreme, like SISU, but it kind of gives you the depiction of how if you don't kill, you will be killed. So you have to kill, So American Sniper is another good movie. 13 Hours. 13 Hours is a very good movie. I want you to see it. Then which other movie? Why I'm not able to get here? It's like sometimes, when you really want, you're not able to get the movies. So anyway, watch these kind of movies that give you a realistic sense of what it is. Because, we tend to see so much of Hollywood where everything is like the hero, and we don't see the brutal side of things. Like even Steven Spielberg's that movie, Saving Private Ryan, there's a scene where that guy puts a knife through another chap. Schindler's List, I want you to see. You'll really understand, like, people can behave like this. People can act like, how can you act like this? It's, I've seen people do things when they are alone, like not war, But once they get drunk and once they are alone, how they behave, how they act. And I've seen, for example, instead of rambling, let me give you a specific example. This guy is a family guy, very nice guy, very caring, very loving. I never spent time with him. One day I decided, okay, I'll spend time with him. Like he went to a bar or pub or whatever. He started to drink and he drank. And very soon he started talking stuff about sex. Okay, sex and girls and all that. And I'll tell you the stuff that came out from his mouth. I, I, I couldn't believe. You're talking of a family man with children, with a family, a nice guy. He was actually talking about children and sexualizing them. I couldn't, you know, I was thinking to myself, is this the alcohol talking? Is this the hidden side of him talking? Is this the dark side? Or is this how he really is, but he doesn't show? So I didn't address what he spoke. Uh, I was grateful that he didn't remember what he spoke, because after that I kept my distance from him. So the point I'm trying to make you understand is every one of us has a dark side in them. Every one of us has evil. Nobody is a saint. We have all done things that we can be ashamed of or we can't talk about. So what happens when you go into this war? It's kill or be killed, and you become savages. You no longer identify them as human beings. You identify them as evil or enemies, and it's either you kill them or they kill you, man. You can be the nicest person, but then in war, it's survival. Okay. So now coming to the main thing is, in my groups, all of a sudden, everyone's become pro-Palestine or pro-Israel, which I totally understand, which is fine. You can choose the sides that you want. I, for one, if you ask me, I I look at it from the point of view of human beings, irrespective what nationality, a father, a mother, children. I look at it from a family point of view. I visualize and imagine if me, my wife, and my kid, whether we are Israel or whether we are Palestine, but if we had to endure something that is not our fault, I look at it that way. And in a perfect world, there should be peace, and I would always want that, because no one deserves to suffer like this, whether it's years and years or whether it's the current. And the people who are currently dying, mother crying because her son got kidnapped or daughter got kidnapped or they died, you feel the pain, man. Irrespective whether they say Palestinian or Israel, you feel the pain. Okay. So in my groups, the problem is, because you have two sides. Okay, if you're not a Palestinian or Israelite, it's neutral. You just have opinions. But then if someone is a Jew or someone has a family member who is a Palestinian or Israelite, they take it very personally, very, very personally. And obviously, they don't want to see the other side. Like, for example, Indians versus Pakistanis, when there is a war, even if Indian Pakistanis are, very cordial in my group and they don't hate each other, but then forget that. If there's a cricket match itself, you see people becoming like monsters. So this problem is bringing out the worst in people, and it went to the extent where I had to literally give everyone a warning and tell them, see, listen, guys, you want to share an opinion, fine. You want to agree, fine. You want to disagree, fine. You want to debate, fine. But there's a certain line you don't cross, and you don't start getting personal. If you're emotionally charged, just keep away from the topic. And if you really cannot handle the group and the discussion and you feel, these are a bunch of animals, whatever, just leave the group. For me, I keep it simple. You can't handle the group, leave. Yeah. And if you break the rules, for me, block, delete, block, ban, finish for life. You don't get second chances to come back. So overall, what I want to tell you is, listen, whether you're supporting Palestinians, whether you're supporting Israelites, I, at the end of the day, we we're just looking for peace, man. I know it's very easy to say peace, especially now when two sides are going berserk and extreme. But what saddens me is innocent civilians who have nothing got to do with foreign policy, nothing got to do, means they don't have a say in the matter. It's just like, for example, you who's watching my video, for example, you're watching my video, you have a wife, you have two kids. Just imagine someone just broke through the door and shot your kid and shot your wife, and because or you belong to a different nationality. I mean, who did you harm? What did you do? So those are the people I'm more concerned about. It's sad what is happening. It's just sad what is happening, and I really hope there's a solution very quickly. And please, please, my request to you guys, even if you have a difference of opinion, they are fighting. You don't start making enemies with one another. You know, just because India, Pakistan, for example, has a fight, has a war tomorrow, I have Pakistanis in my group. I don't see any reason to start hating all of them. I mean, come on, man. Anyway, this is what I wanted to share. Just my request, my message to you. I don't know. Give me your thoughts in the comments below. And yeah, if you have any realistic war movies, realistic, which can open people's eyes to make them understand it's end of the day, nobody benefits. It's ugly. Please do put the recommendations below. Maybe it'll at least take people's mind away and make them realize, see, both the sides. I'm not saying, oh, let's get entertained. Sometimes I think it's necessary to sit by yourself and educate your own mind. All right? Good, bad, ugly. Feel free, comment down below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.